Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. I hope everyone is having a marvelous Monday. We are in a new week, okay? New opportunities, new blessings are on the way. It is chilly, y'all, here in Texas. Can you believe it? We are finally trying to get some fall weather. It is almost the end of October, okay? So that caught us by surprise this morning. But I am going to be on here just for a short time because I want to lay the foundation um, for kind of like a series that we're about to get into. This is part one of it. I was looking at a story, and y'all, I was up late last night because I was doing some research on this story. And when I tell y'all the similarities between Romeca versus Holly and Sakina versus Kayla are like, it's chilling to see the similarities. And it almost made me wonder, did Holly watch this story? Okay, because some of the things that Sakina has stated, Holly has been stating. Okay, and y'all, it really, last night my mouth dropped a couple of times at some of the things that I noticed. Also, social media is playing a huge part in some of these beefs and the things that are taking place. Okay, you'll be surprised by just the stuff. If you go back and look at Sakina's social media, some of the subliminal posts and some things that she said on her videos, her shorts, and so forth, I am pretty sure they played those in court. They were watching her when they were, baby, they were clocking all of her movements. Okay, her social media. They would had some pictures up from videos that she shared online. So all of that, people can get access to that. So regardless, Carlos, if y'all try to go back and private your Facebooks and things like that, Holly deactivating it. Guess who can get into it? The investigators. Okay, they can get into that. They can look at some of the things you said that I would never, child, they can use that. Okay, that's already one that's been spread. So all of the other, oh, we should people should go around killing MFers and sharing those posts. Guess what? They can get all of that information. That's not hidden just because you deactivate your channel. Okay, they can go to Meta, they can go to whoever they need to get access to that information. Okay, so before we get into this, let's see who we have here so far. Hey, good morning, my sis, and thank you for being first in the building. Y'all make sure you tap the like button, let everyone know we are live. Hey, honey drip, good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. My girl Nina is in the building. Good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. Hey, dreamy girl. Hey, sis. Welcome. Good morning. Okay, let's see here. Making sure I don't miss anyone before we get into it. Hey, Brandy. Good morning, sis. Thank you for joining. Okay, yes, if y'all want to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is on the screen, or buy a coffee. And I believe Dreamy Girl put that link into the chat as well. Hey, Robin, good morning, sis. Hey, Deanna. Happy Monday. Blessings to you all. So, the first thing, y'all, I want to get into an intro video that for some of you that don't know the background of this story, because I had to go and look at some of the background of this because they just had Sakina's trial last week. Okay, and she was found guilty. This has been 3 years in the waiting where her family has had to wait for justice. Okay, for this to happen. But girl, look, I'm talking to y'all like, wait, wait a minute. I said, but girl, like we on the telephone. Y'all can tell I'm too comfortable. Hey, Tasha, good morning. Okay. Did y'all catch that? I'm like, but girl, check this out. Uh, okay, thank you, Latte, for the reminder. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Now, check this out, y'all. One difference between the two of these. Hey, Latrice, happy Monday. I appreciate that support. Thank you so much. Holly had just had her baby. Y'all, Sakina was pregnant Okay, and we're going to even see how she had to get an order to, have her breast milk, her baby's father come and get her breast milk from jail. Okay, because she had to have her baby inside of the prison. Now she tried to write to the judge and ask the judge if she could have her baby outside of prison, but child. And I'm hearing that the baby daddy child, he done moved on to a whole other person, having a whole other baby come. Y'all, this is a hot mess. Okay, hey honey 5K, hey Uncle Charles, welcome. All right, let's get into this, everyone. This is part one. This is going to lay the foundation for where we are going.
Something horrible happened here yesterday. A young woman murdered viciously in her apartment, and Broward Sheriff's deputies haven't arrested anybody yet, and they won't say if they have a suspect in mind.
This is the story of Kayla Hodgson, aged 23, a bartender and flight attendant who was stabbed and cut on the neck from ear to ear by another lady named Sakina Thompson, aged 28, over a man. She was a jealous girlfriend whose boyfriend was cheating with Kayla. Sakina tracked down Kayla by putting a tracker on her boyfriend's car. She found a way to get into Kayla's apartment, after which she stabbed her and cut her neck from ear to ear, all because of a man.
Caller says that there's a gash on the patient's neck. It looks like someone slashed her neck.
Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to Tamarack, Florida. Tamarack is a small...
Y'all did hear that right. Okay, this girl got so obsessed and trying to hold on to a piece of man. And yes, y'all, when I tell you, him and Carlos kind of remind me of each other. Okay, baby, not a prize. Okay, not whatsoever. I was like, what is wrong with these women and these men? And child, they were all up under her comments talking about, is this her first boyfriend? She actually put a tracker, a GPS on his vehicle, okay, which is one way that she found out where Kayla lived. But let's get
small town in Fort Lauderdale, closer to the Everglades than the beach. It is home to many Floridians and its quiet, yet very busy atmosphere. According to recent research, the violent crime rate in Tamarack is 20.3 per 100,000 people, which is lower than the national average of 22.7 per 100,000 people. Kayla Hodgson was a beautiful, bright and sweet young lady who was trying to enjoy her life and also work at the same time. Kayla worked with a bartending company as a bartender for private events. She was a hard worker and really loved by her colleagues. Kayla is also popular on the night scene. She enjoys herself with her friends, she parties, and does enjoy Florida nightlife. Kayla would cross paths with another young lady called Sakina Thompson, who is 28 years old.
Now, child, let me just say, baby, Kayla had body yada yada. Okay, we give each other our props. She was very beautiful. She was very present on social media, and we're gonna go through these ladies' social media, not on this slide, but I want to show y'all some of the things. She was a very successful young lady. She was 23 years old. She was a flight attendant. Okay, she stayed traveling, and she was a very well-known bartender that took it seriously. Y'all know bartenders, baby. They getting those tips. Okay, she was a whole part of a bartender club, and so she was very much present on social media, showing like her cars and dressing, the finer things and so forth. And so now you have Sakina, okay, baby, was starting to look at Kayla's social media, and almost, y'all, it was so chilling, the similarities, almost mimicking how Holly was doing Romeca. I started noticing there are a lot of similarities, I should say. I watched another video of a woman who took the life of another woman over a man early this morning. Really? Girl, it's getting out of hand over these men. Child, you would think that these men look like Morris Chestnut, okay? Honey said, I also watched a video where a man took a woman's life along with a baby to be in a relationship with another woman. And my thing is, just leave the people, okay? Just leave them if you don't want to be with them. This is Sakina.
Sakina is a very popular nail technician in Long Island, New York.
Show you then show your
She is really known to be good at what she does. Sakina outside of work is also known to be a feisty person.
You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right? You know that I throw hands, right?
She acts it on social media too.
I still got one bitch, I'ma smack the wig off. And then I'ma change.
She usually shows how tough she can be. Sakina was in a relationship with someone named Terry. It was a turbulent and very toxic relationship. They stay cussing at each other, going back at each other, but end up back together. She posts pictures of them doing all sort of thing together, from sleeping next to each other to her receiving gifts from him on her birthday.
Child, okay. Now let me say, she's a beautiful woman too. Okay, she's a beautiful woman. She had a lot going for her as well. Very popular nail tech there in New York. Okay, now this is the guy that's right here, and baby, they were clowning her in these comments saying she had like she never had a boyfriend before. She was recording the guy sleep, eating, little stuff like that. Now, when we go through the social media, her TikTok, child, she was texting this man up a storm. I thought the text messages were from him. She was just texting him on repeat. He replying every once in a while, like, okay, you're a widow. Okay. And she just kept talking. That reminded me of when we just found out this alleged news that Holly was texting Carlos 18 times sitting outside his apartment. Okay. Baby, when these women get into that mode, it's no stopping them. Okay, they really this message here with Sakina with the boyfriend, guess what? That message and those posts were a month before she unalived Kayla. That showed you also where her mental was. Deanna said mental health is a real thing. People walk around like all is well and it's really not. Right, they do. But see, from if this our view on the outside looking in, we look at both of these ladies' social media and we're like, man, they have a lot of money. They got a lot of stuff going for them. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. They don't have a right to fuss and argue and fight over a man. Sometimes some of these beautiful women that got all of the latest name brand items, purses, shoes are some of the most insecure women out there. Okay, don't be fooled by people's social media because they may not be happy. And it may not be that they can even afford it. Some people just put up a front for other people. But she had some stuff going for her as well. And she's not an ugly lady. She was 28.
In this video, it reads, how my boyfriend sleeps when he finally found his soulmate with the Gorilla Grip and
Yeah.
heated indoor water
Hey,
park.
Forever Lisa, welcome. Look at this, y'all. Reminds me of Holly's social media.
Both women would
Reminds me
end
of
up
her.
crossing each other's path with the help of Terry. Days before this incident that happened on July 13th, Terry and Sakina had flown down to Miami to party. They did party, and during this time Terry engaged with Kayla, which Sakina found out about somehow. Out of anger and jealousy, Sakina, who had put a tracker in Terry's Range Rover, tracked his car, which was at Kayla's house. When she finally found her way to the apartment after Terry left, she did the unthinkable to Kayla. She stabbed her and cut her from ear to ear. Sakina was said to have linked up with Terry later in the day. Then they both flew back to New York the same day she committed that crime. Someone would call the police to report the crime after seeing Kayla.
Now, y'all, we're going to have to get into this when we get deep into this story. Now, hey, this part here is really similar to what took place with Romeca. Okay? We know that Carlos was there. Now, his part in all of this, we're still trying to figure that out. The same thing here is something that is missing. Where was the boyfriend? Okay, and I think his name is Terry. Where was Terry in all of this? Because you went there, you travel with Terry to this location. They go hanging out and stuff like that. Now she unalives Kayla. Well, where was Terry at? How did, and we're still trying to also see how did Sakina get into the apartment? Now, if she had found out Terry's vehicle was over there, did he let her in? Because I'm still trying to find that part out. Okay, for her to be able to have access to Kayla. And then they don't mention him anywhere in there with none of this. But then you hop on a plane and you're traveling back to New York with her after she's unalived the girl. She left. Okay. They tracked all of her gate ticket, baby, when she got there. All of that was tracked. They saw her in the airport. They saw when they came back. They saw the seats. They know where she sat on the plane. All of this information. But how is Terry involved? And why was he not a witness? He didn't know any of this. So I'm still side-eyeing Terry. Okay, Terry, we got to figure this out because it's no way you went the girl to unalive somebody you didn't know. Y'all didn't get into an argument about you going out with Kayla. Like, seriously, something's off. And then they search his vehicle was a part of the crime scene. But where was he? He wasn't even on there. So y'all know I'm waiting for them to drop these court transcripts because I want to see what was said in all of that. Yeah, she put a whole tracker. This girl started becoming very obsessed, okay, with this guy. Once she found out, because she must have seen something in his phone, they were on again, off again, just like, with kind of Romeca and Carlos at one point. It looked like kind of a little toxic relationship based off of these text messages that they had. But then he moved on to Kayla. Now, I don't know how serious him and Kayla got before she found out that he was fooling around with Kayla. But in an instant, this girl started watching Kayla's page. I don't know what prompted Kayla to block her. She blocked her on social media. Okay, maybe she commented, maybe she sent her a message. I don't know. I'm still waiting to find that part out. But she blocked her. That threw her for a loop. And then they said she created a fake page to watch Kayla's social media once she blocked her. Okay, hey, isn't she lovely? Welcome. Hey, Terry, thank you so much. I said that earlier. And Terry, I gave you a shout out today as well. He was probably hiding somewhere. I wouldn't put it past him. All these beautiful Black women being unalive is just crazy. Don't make any sense. Lord Jesus, protect us. Exactly.
Kayla's lifeless body. Her lifeless body was discovered in an apartment in Tamarack Village.
And now to a tragedy in Tamarack after a woman is found dead. 7's Samantha Sosa is there live with more on the investigation and what we know about the victim. Samantha.
Tavares, good afternoon. The Broward County Sheriff's Office's mobile command center is still here on the scene as investigators continue processing evidence here. And now the Sheriff's Office is officially calling this a murder investigation. Detectives continue going in and out of a second-floor unit
Notice
Thursday
the yellow
afternoon
tape
at the
they
Tamarack
have.
Village
Okay.
Apartments along Commercial Boulevard. Investigators processing bags of evidence, including some found outside on the sidewalk. This command center here more than 20 hours after a deadly discovery.
Our caller says that there's a gash on the patient's neck. It looks like someone slashed.
This harrowing 911 call went through around 3 in the afternoon Thursday. Broward deputies later finding a young woman dead. Family says she was just 23 years old. Friends identify her as Kayla Hodgson, pictured here, a flight attendant and bartender for special events. Crime scene tape surrounded the area. 7 Skyforce hovered above the investigation where detectives say the victim died under suspicious circumstances. A man also seen being transported by ambulance. Family and friends of the woman who died quickly showing up, some embracing while others.
Now that man seen by being transported, I'm wondering, was that Terry? Okay. So for some reason, y'all, before I even find out this info, I have a feeling Terry was there in that apartment. Who is the man being seen taking off? How did she get in there? I'm still gonna figure that out. Okay. But I have a feeling Terry was there.
Anxiously waited for answers. Deputies focusing part of their investigation on this white Range Rover parked nearby. Neighbors coming home to see the massive crime scene, worried for their own safety.
You know, you don't know if it's someone that lives here, you know, or if it's someone that the person knew that lives outside, but yeah, it's definitely concerning.
BSO detectives are trying to figure out who killed this woman and why. Her family and friends identified her as Kayla Hodgson. She was only 23 years old, and her death, as you would expect, has shocked her neighbors.
Not you,
absolutely,
Terry.
yes. Absolutely. We've been here 10 years and nothing like this has ever happened.
Never really have any crime, anything like this that I've ever heard or seen before. I live in an adjacent community, and me personally, I'm just trying to, I'm concerned of whether or not it was domestic violence or something that's random. Obviously, it's random, something to be concerned about.
Hodgson's family and friends told us they were still processing the tragedy and could not talk to us, but there are plenty of comments on her Instagram page. There are no words to describe the shock. This is real. Kayla was such a sweet person. Damn, rest in peace. Would it be offensive if I asked how she died? Some guy cut or slashed her apartment. Too many toxic males out there. OMG. BSO has not confirmed the manner of death or the potential scenario here. Family members said she was found stabbed to death.
My respects to the family. Terrible tragedy. Whatever happened. It's a lost soul.
No matter what the circumstances were, that's undeniably true. Again, Broward Sheriff's Office detectives have not made any arrests yet in this case.
Police had no clue who could have done such a horrible thing to Kayla. They turned to the public and asked for assistance. Some weeks after the gruesome killing of Kayla, police were able to get a hold of Sakina and have her arrested for the murder of Kayla Hodgson. Sakina Thompson, 28, was arrested in Springfield Gardens and is expected to be extradited to Broward County to face one charge of first-degree murder. During their investigation, BSO detectives determined Thompson played a part in the woman's murder and obtained a warrant for her arrest on July 25. Thompson was taken into custody by New York Police Department officers on August 3. She was being held without bond on Rikers Island. She is expected to be extradited to Broward County to face one charge of first.
Y'all, she had to spend time in Rikers Island. Okay. I was like, oh, that just sounds scary. And hey, she made it through that. Okay. I just could not believe they took her there.
First-degree murder.
This is a very important update for the community of Tamarack. In the news of a brutal murder that happened right behind me in this apartment complex, the murder of Kayla Hodgson. Now, she has been identified by friends and family as Kayla Hodgson on social media. So here's a picture of her with new details released. 28-year-old Sakina Thompson, age 28, from Springfield, New York, was arrested by New York police officers. She's expected to be extradited to Broward County to face one count of first-degree murder. This young woman that was tragically taken away from friends and family on July the 13th, approximately around 3 p.m. Wednesday. This was a major crime scene that erupted after the Broward County Sheriff's Department responded to this apartment unit, and they pronounced Kayla deceased. Later, understanding that she was stabbed to death, the Broward Sheriff's Office says that Sakina Thompson demonstrated a depraved mind without regard for human life by stabbing with a sharp object, which she intended to cause death to Kayla Hodgson. There's many details, there's much more information to be learned on why Kayla was murdered in this quiet area of Tamarack that left lots of family and friends shocked and just absolutely.
According to a grand jury indictment, Sakina stabbed Kayla multiple times with a knife or other sharp instrument. She was extradited and is being held without bond at the North Broward Bureau Jail in Pompano Beach. While Sakina was in jail, she realized the glamour life is different from the jail life. She could not handle it anymore, so in an effort to get out of jail quick she sent a letter to the judge in charge of her case. It reads, "To your honorable judge, Casey. I'm writing this letter to you in hopes of finding mercy from the court to allow me to give birth outside of jail while also fighting my case. Please have sympathy for me, being that I am a first-time mother and have no priors, never been in trouble before. I am terrified of going into labor while incarcerated because this facility is not properly suitable to accommodate a pregnant woman. I have been incarcerated since August 3, 2022 and due February 17, 2023. Spending my entire pregnancy locked up have been stressful. I have a stable place as well as family to vouch for me. I'm asking you for the opportunity to mother my newborn baby while I fight for my innocence. Please take everything that I have said into consideration while making a decision on whether I may be released on bond, pre-trial, monitor, etc. Thank you for your time and consideration on this matter. Sincerely, Sakina Thompson." Kayla got a lot of condolence messages on her social media platforms while Sakina was talked about badly. Some called her a murderer while some others called her being dumb for doing that because of a man who is already meeting up with other ladies as they speak. Kayla's friends had a balloon release for her.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love you, Kayla. Keep those candles up. Still keep those candles up. Sex space in the shots. Kayla with a one and Cashapp. Let's go. We love you, baby. Let's go.
We hope Kayla Hodgson gets the justice she deserves. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Kayla Hodgson. May Kayla's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.
Okay, so I did this particular video, y'all, just so it lays the foundation, because this wasn't going to be a long live. But, and I agree, Brandy said what's going on with these young women unaliving other women over a man. They aren't even married to these men. Come on now, okay? I'm married and I'm not unaliving a woman over my own husband. Say that again, because you have to consider, and this girl did not even consider her child. And she was 2 months pregnant when she did this, y'all. Okay, so she had to go through the majority of her pregnancy. Y'all know when all the other stuff start coming, you're growing and all that. She had to do that in jail and then give her breast milk to the baby daddy and all of that. So we're going to get deeper into this because, y'all, it is so much more to this story as far as her putting the tracker, the things that she was saying on her social media. It's when I tell y'all, it's some details that I didn't even know, and my mouth dropped. This girl had some mental issues. And then when they came and picked her up to arrest her, she was like, "Oh, y'all finally found me." Like she wasn't even concerned or had any remorse that she was going to jail or of what she did. And someone under the comments said it may be a few years before she really realizes the impact of her actions. Okay. Because she was just found guilty. Her sentencing hearing is coming up in December. She is facing life in prison because of this. And it, to me, it still looks one-sided. How we were saying with Holly, it looked like she started creating this one-sided beef with Romeca. This girl looks like she was creating a one-sided beef with Kayla. Kayla blocked her. But you're still watching this lady. You're still tracking this guy who obviously thinks you're crazy based off of the text messages that you exposed on your own page. I don't even know why she posted that. That was crazy for her to even post that. Okay. I would not have even put that on my social media because it's embarrassing. These men and women, some are not all is going crazy. Yes. Okay. Unbelievable. It makes no sense. They don't care about their children or their freedom. Ain't no man worth all of that. Say it again. Okay. Say it again. Let me see. Let me pull up one more thing and I'm going to get off this. Got an appointment to go to. That's another reason I'm breaking this up, y'all. I wanted to kind of lay the foundation. Yes, forever Lisa. Lisa, yes, she blocked her as well. And this girl, I mean, my thing is she looked thirsty and desperate. Like you recording the man when he not awake. See, when women do that, it make me wonder, does he want to be recorded? Does he want to be recorded with you when he's awake? Because she looked very thirsty and like she was more into him than he was into her. Okay. Let's see here. What did I put it under? Okay, give me 1 second. Let's take right, girl. I'm watching. Okay. All right, so this is the guy. Can y'all see that? His name is Terry. And that last name is Thermo. I can't even hardly pronounce it. Thermogene. I'm definitely not unaliving nobody over nobody named Terry Thermogene. And Sakina is Jamaican. I didn't know she was Jamaican either, y'all. She's Jamaican. I don't understand these internet beefs and end up with someone on a live. It's really sad out here for young people that need some help. Yes. Let's see. I didn't do all that when I found out about my ex-husband. She was acting a fool like he was hers. Girl, I tried giving him to you, but he didn't want you. Okay. I'm telling you, most of these guys don't even want these women. Okay, y'all. Has Carlos posted Holly yet? Has he posted Holly yet? He doesn't even want to claim her, and she unaliving somebody. You mean to tell me I'm going to unalive another woman over Terry Thermogene? Miss me with that. Okay. You can have him and these plats. Okay. And to be honest, y'all, no shade, Terry Thermogene, because I got to clarify. I ain't talking about the Terry in our chat. Child, to each his own, okay? But I'm going to just be honest. Both of those women, they had a lot going for them and beautiful women. Like, I just think up your standards, okay? Because, oh my gosh, and I'm trying not to be, ugly or anything like that. But I just was like, when I saw his picture, I was like, this is the guy? I'm looking for, Chadwick Boseman, Morris Chestnut type of dude that's, flashy and got all the money and dressed nice and doing all this. That's what I was prepared to see. But child, and like she probably had not been used to that. And she was pregnant, so hormones going crazy. And you have the guy going with this other lady, okay, in Miami. So you didn't have, not only are you going crazy, but child, you done bought a whole plane ticket. You done got on a whole flight, locating the lady through his GPS track. Like, this too much. There's too much time on your hands. You should have been focusing on your nail business, okay? Taking flights for that. Not taking flights to go unalive someone. And y'all, when I took a criminal investigation class, they said that when you shoot someone, yes, you're unaliving someone, right? But when you stab someone, it is up close and personal. That thing is more personal than shooting someone because you have to get up on the person. She slit her neck from ear to ear. Not only that, y'all, and forgive me, I'm not trying to be graphic. Not only that, but she also stabbed her multiple times. That wasn't the only thing she did. Now I want to know, where was Terry at when all of this was happening? Because she seemed like she very clingy, Terry. So were you at the hotel somewhere, or was that you being led out on the stretcher? Did she try to get one in on you too? I want to hear Terry's side of this story. Okay, her and Quadre over there. Okay, AI and photos. In most cases, these women are in a relationship and the men are not. Thank you, Deanna. Say it again. They're in relationships that the men don't know nothing about. They just having sex with you. It's different. And I'm not trying, y'all, believe me, I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything like that. Y'all, it is a difference. We have to quit making up relationships with men when they're just having sex. Every man that has sex with you is not in a relationship with you. Okay? He doesn't love you. There are some women that feel like he's mine because we having sex and now I have his baby. But did he say that y'all were in a relationship? And it's a lot of that going on, especially with these young girls. And these women, this Sakina was 28. Kayla was 23, just starting her life. That's sad. Tati, I know that's right. My first husband was a cheating, and the woman would call my house. I divorced him so he'd be free to be with them. He didn't marry any of them. Okay, Brandy, say it again. Child, they don't want to. It's like the enticement sometimes of, oh, I got something. I'm competing with this lady. She, thinks she all that. But look, I got him. Like you winning a prize. Is the Mandy women doing this stuff? It's crazy. That many women doing that. Yes, they are, sis. I'm glad we aren't desperate. Yeah, please don't be desperate. But y'all, I'm going to stop there because I have an appointment. But I wanted to lay the foundation. This is only part one. I will come back with part two, and we are going to go through the social media and look deeper into what took place that day. Okay, and leading up to that day. Because social media dates, y'all, when you start adding those dates up, people start setting up a whole little narrative. And we could see based off of some of her posts where she was headed with this. Okay. Pay attention to people's posts. They think no one is really paying attention. They're being like subliminal and all of that. Nah, she wasn't being subliminal. That was showing premeditation. See, when court comes out, that's when all of those posts and your thinking and all of this. Y'all, do you know she even changed into Kayla's clothes? She even tried to clean up some of the blood, y'all, before she left. That's how they found some of her DNA in there. She put on some of Kayla's clothes as she was exiting the building. She's thinking, oh, she got away with this. No, See, all of that adds up. So what they did was on one of the outfits that she was showing that she had went there in, they were able to go to social media and find the same outfit. They found another picture, and she had on the same outfit since that shoot. Okay. Baby, they had the picture pulled up in court. Then they even zoomed in when she was out and about. They zoomed in on her cell phone, child, and looking at the lock screen. Child, I'm telling you, these people, these detectives, when you get some smart ones, okay, baby, they looking into everything. Yes, Forever Lisa, we're going to dive into this, and we're going to compare some of the things we see in this case to some things we're seeing in Romeca and Holly's case. Because guess what? We're still waiting for justice for Romeca. Okay, let's see what was their game plan. How did they take Sakina down? Okay, because baby Holly, you have not been cleared. We have not heard an official word that you have been cleared of this. Okay, so don't think he just got away, baby. It took 3 years for this family to get justice. Okay, thank you, Dreamy Girl. If y'all want to support the channel, there are some various ways in the chat that you can support. Lena said these young ladies would take their food stamps, the little bit of money they get for help each month, and spend it on a man, and he goes somewhere else. Come on, Lena, clock that. You better say that, because guess what? I've seen that happen in stores. The guy acting like he a little child standing right there with the girl with the EBT card. He all up on her butt, okay, trying to keep her happy and a smile on her face so he could get some dog fruit roll-ups and some cereal and milk so he could sit there eating the cereal from the kids and the fruit snacks while she up here getting food stamps and the kids at school. But yet and still he using his cash for the one that he really wants to impress. But he using you for your EBT. I'm telling y'all, it's women out here doing that. There are men out here that are desperate and delusional, right? You too. Thank you, Brandy. And make sure, yes, I am very serious, Lisa. I'm scared of these new women. Right? Clock it. Baby, don't play with these new ones. Okay. It's a different world. Yeah, she is sick in her head. Yes. She actually put on Romeca's clothes. Yes, Holly did Romeca like that. Okay. This is sick. All right. So, look, my mind, Latte said, look, time is... She always try to keep me on my time. I appreciate that, sis. Who child, but we are definitely, y'all, ooh, this kind of stuff interests me. And, you know, I pray for her family because they even came out and made statements after the fact. You know, the court case had ended and they found her guilty. They made some statements. So we're going to get into that part as well. And then where do we go from here? Because Terry, you're up. Where were you at, Terry? I want to know what Terry Thurmagee was at that day, okay? Because, yeah, he might have been the one coming out on that stretcher. But, y'all, I am going to go. Free ways to support would be to hit the like button. Also, watch the ads. Thank you all so much for joining. And until next time, y'all have a great day. Be on the lookout for some videos that I may upload today because I have a busy day today. And make sure you watch the replay from yesterday. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.